this is so funny. I actually Moneybagg Yo when he was dating Ari.
What?
Yes.
Break up with Bobby?
I did break up with that mother. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because he had me up.
Welcome back to StarHush, where the real tea gets spilled hotter than ever. And baby, today's drama, it's next level. Moneybagg Yo just blew the lid off Ari Fletcher's so-called glam life, and it's messier than anybody thought. Word on the block is, Ari didn't just fall for him, she might have tried to lock him down in the wildest way. Yep, the streets are buzzing that she allegedly tried to trap him with a baby move when things between them started getting shaky. But wait, that's only the beginning. While Ari was stunting on social media with her designer bags and luxury jets, Moneybagg is now saying he was the one bankrolling that whole lifestyle. All that rich girl energy. He claims it was coming straight out of his wallet. He even said the moment he started stepping back and distancing himself, that's when the baby talk came out of nowhere. And not in a sweet way either. And guess what? The receipts are outrageous. From low-key lease contracts to full-on meltdowns when the funds slowed up, fans are starting to believe Ari's entire glam image might have been all smoke and mirrors, backed by someone else's grind. The timeline is shaky, and the money trail is messier than a tax audit. But it didn't stop there. What she allegedly pulled after the breakup had Moneybagg's team moving quick to cover things up. This wasn't just your regular drama. Folks close to the camp say it turned into a full-on cleanup operation behind the scenes. Let's break this all the way down, because this isn't just about relationship drama. It's about money moves, reputation, and a whole lot of shady behavior getting dragged into the daylight. See, Moneybagg Yo is done playing nice. He's no longer trying to protect Ari's image, and he's letting it fly with zero filter. The way he's telling it, she's been living like a queen, but with someone else footing the bill. And now that he's calling it out, fans are going back and piecing together all the signs they missed. The real spark that kicked it off. Ari stepped out with a brand new man just weeks after her split with Moneybagg. And that's when he decided to let loose with everything he'd been keeping quiet. But hold up, rewind for a sec. We can't forget the moment that really lit the fuse. Because just before their breakup went public, Cardi B accidentally spilled some serious tea that made everything explode. She ended up putting Ari on blast for allegedly sneaking around with Offset. And no, Cardi wasn't even trying to expose her. Things just keep getting wilder, and the plot, oh, it's thick, so let's rewind this tea, because what happened next had everyone straight up gasping. See, Cardi B was just trying to clear her own name after folks online started throwing around messy cheating rumors involving her and Offset. But instead of just defending herself, she accidentally dragged Ari Fletcher right into the chaos. And when the dust settled, it was a full-blown explosion. It all started with a leaked convo between Cardi and blogger Alexis where Cardi got real heated. She snapped back saying, "Why you saying if Offset this weekend? Like B, I don't give it enough who you support. Line on my P is crazy and he hasn't F me neither. Y'all truly gotta leave me the F alone." Yeah, she was not playing. But then came the moment that had jaws on the floor. Cardi kept going and dropped a bomb when she said, "Tell him to tell you how he was effing Ari while we was together. But I'm wrong for moving on, huh?" Ooh, that line right there had the internet in a chokehold. People were shook, like for real shook. At first, everyone was scrambling, trying to figure out which Ari she meant. Folks were deep in detective mode. But Alexis wasn't about to let the mystery marinate, and she shut it down fast. She confirmed it was none other than Ari Fletcher, period. But wait, it gets even messier. According to Alexis, Cardi didn't just spill tea on accident. She allegedly went straight to Moneybagg Yo himself and told him everything she knew. Yup, she supposedly hit him up personally to let him know that Ari had been moving sneaky behind the scenes. And Alexis, she came with backup. She pulled out a dusty tweet from Ari that aged like expired milk. In that tweet from way back in February, Ari posted, "Coming to a woman as a woman or telling on a woman to her man, gotta be type 2 corny as most miserable bees alive." To that, Alexis clapped back hard saying, "I kept it P. I ain't told the world she was talking about Cardi. I ain't tell the world how she called back trying to tell on Ari because of Offset." The subtweets are hitting different now, huh? Not long after all this digital drama played out, Ari and Moneybagg Yo officially called it quits. And guess what? Everyone immediately started side-eyeing Cardi's leak as the reason it all blew up. For a minute though, Bag kept it low, real low. He wasn't throwing shade, he didn't air out details, nothing. Dude stayed calm and quiet, like he was too grown for all that back and forth. But silence doesn't last forever. And the next chapter just hit. Fast forward to just a few days ago, Ari turned the big 3-0, and let's just say the vibes were loud. Even though Bag didn't post a thing, fans were quick to notice something major. He was nowhere to be seen. This is the same man who once said he'd always love Ari, right? Seems like things really changed. But don't think Ari was crying over it. She made it crystal clear she's moved all the way on. Not only did she throw herself a birthday celebration fit for royalty, but her bestie posted a clip that had the whole internet buzzing. It showed Ari cuddled up with a brand new man, and the caption, Ari's new boo gave her a personal birthday speech. So yeah, she's not just done with Bag. She's already living it up with someone new.
Happy birthday.
Fries. Fries.
A little bit.
Okay, you have to give a speech.
You're the biggest in the world. I know you always stay on these motherfuckers there.
Love you.
Love you too.
Now, here's where it gets even spicier, because apparently that little video clip of Ari and her new man wasn't just a cute birthday moment. It lit a fire under Moneybagg Yo, and the flames have been blazing ever since. Ever since that footage hit the blogs, sources close to the situation say Bag has been deep in his feelings. And behind the scenes, he's been talking like crazy. Word is, he's telling people that Ari didn't move on for love, she moved on for funding, yep. He allegedly believes her new boo is just another financial backup plan. According to Bag, Ari got used to living that high-class lifestyle, and now she's trying to hold on to it by any means necessary. He's claiming that this new relationship isn't about vibes or connection. It's about keeping the luxury flowing just like it was when they were together. But hold up, the drama doesn't stop there. Bag's also been saying that Ari's whole "I'm a boss" energy might have been a little more capped than fact. He allegedly spilled that those businesses she's always promoting, they're not as booming as she makes them look online. Yup, behind all the flexing with designer fits, those first-class flights and shiny birthday diamonds, he was footing the bill. The Birkin bags, the iced-out watches, all of it was getting covered on his tab according to what he's been telling folks. And once he started pulling back, Ari allegedly started moving real fast to lock down her next sponsor. But the part that really had people doing double takes, Bag is reportedly saying that Ari tried to keep him locked in permanently by getting pregnant. Allegedly, when she realized he was serious about walking away for good, she tried to pull a move to secure the bag, literally. Not for love, not for family, but to keep the money pipeline open. That's what he's been claiming anyway. Now, whether that's 100% facts or just Bag stirring up drama, we can't say for sure. But what makes this next part extra wild is that Ari was, in fact, actually pregnant by Bag at one point. And the way that got revealed. Internet breaking stuff. Let's take it back to 2022. You remember when Bag randomly posted a picture of a pregnant woman's belly, no face, just the bump? It was up for just a few minutes, but that was long enough for the internet to go nuts. He took it down super fast, which only made people more suspicious. Like, what was he hiding? Fans started investigating and put two and two together real quick. They matched the hands, the curves, the nails, and even the skin tone, man. And before long, most people were convinced it was Ari in that pic. And because Bag never said a word about it after deleting the post, the speculation just kept growing. For the longest time, neither of them said a peep, until Ari finally broke her silence. And what she said left everybody stunned. During an episode of her cooking show on YouTube, Ari dropped the bombshell. She confirmed it was her in the photo. And yes, she had been pregnant with Bag's baby. But then came the heartbreaking part. She revealed that the pregnancy ended, and she had gone through the loss privately.
Yes, that was me in the picture, pregnant, hugging something like this. Woo! That was me.
So you had a little bite.
And unfortunately, I had a miscarriage, and that just, But yes, I did. I was pregnant. I didn't have a miscarriage. Yeah.
Now here's where things get even murkier, because nobody's quite sure if the pregnancy Moneybagg Yo keeps bringing up is the same one Ari confirmed on her show, or if we're talking about a whole different situation. Either way, it stirred the pot all over again. But one thing's for sure, Ari Fletcher is not the type to sit quiet when someone tries to come for her publicly. That's never been her vibe. Her whole brand has been built on being raw, real, and ready to clap back the second someone steps out of line. And this time, she didn't waste a second. Ari came swinging with a response that was anything but soft. No sugarcoating, no tiptoeing. She made it loud and clear. In her eyes, Bag is only talking now because he's still pressed that she moved on without him. She's saying that what's really bothering him isn't about rumors or receipts. It's that she bounced back fast, clean, and with a brand new man. No tears, no begging, just glowing and going. And then she dropped her own twist in the story. According to Ari, she was the one who ended the relationship, not Bag. Yep, she said she found out he had been stepping out on her again, and that was the final straw. She wasn't about to keep putting up with disrespect, so she dipped on her own terms. So while Bag is out here accusing her of trying to trap him just to stay close to his money, Ari is flipping the whole script and putting him in the hot seat. She's not denying the past, but she's calling him out for what she sees as classic bitter ex behavior. From her side, it wasn't about chasing bags or clout. It was about walking away from a dude she couldn't trust anymore. And honestly, a lot of fans say she might have a point. Because Bag's history when it comes to loyalty, it's been shaky for a minute. Let's not forget, there was that one situation where a woman came forward and admitted to being involved with Bag while he was still with Ari. She didn't hide, she didn't dodge. She came out with the full story and said the affair wasn't just some random slip-up. According to her, they had been messing around for a while, right under Ari's nose. It wasn't no one-night thing either. She made it clear that they had a full-blown connection happening on the low.
This is so funny. I actually Moneybagg Yo while he was dating Ari.
What?
Yes. Yes. And his homeboy was like, oh, he wants your number. And I'm like, okay, shit. So I got his numbers and we're hitting up the same day, like, come through tonight. We're having a little party. And I slide through and I was drunk, horny. You know, we fucked. No condom.
When that confession hit the internet, it sent straight up shockwaves through social media. Up until then, people thought Ari and Moneybagg Yo were solid. Or at least that's how it looked online. They were flexing like everything was good, but behind the filters, the cracks were already showing. Once that woman came forward with her story about being involved with Bag, fans didn't waste a second connecting the dots. Suddenly, all of Ari's cryptic tweets and shady captions from back then started making perfect sense. The betrayal, the cold vibes, the distance. It was all right there and folks just hadn't caught on yet. And what made it worse? Bag never addressed the other woman's claims. He didn't speak on it, didn't deny it, didn't even hit it with a no comment. He just stayed silent. And that silence, it spoke volumes. It made everything feel way more real, like he knew what time it was and just didn't want to fight it publicly. That was the moment people really started believing the cheating rumors had some truth behind them. And at that point, even Ari couldn't act like things hadn't gotten messy. She came forward and owned up to it all. In a video, she laid it out, plain and raw. Ari said Bag did her dirty again. No sugar, no filter. She let the truth fly and didn't hold back. You could feel it. She was done protecting anybody's image but her own.
Break up with Bobby?
I did break up with him. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Because he had me up.
But wait, here comes the twist that caught folks off guard. Even though she admitted Bag had been unfaithful, she said that wasn't the only reason she ended things. According to Ari, the cheating was just part of the story. There were deeper issues that finally made her walk away. She didn't drop every detail, but she made it clear. Leaving Bag wasn't just about some side situation. It was about her realizing the relationship as a whole wasn't working anymore. The trust was cracked, the vibes were off, and she wasn't willing to keep holding on to something that no longer felt real.
I do want to let y'all know that, like, that whole little thing, it wasn't about, like, no cheating or, like, it had nothing to do with nobody else. Like, it was something, like, solely between me and him. Like, it didn't have nothing to do with...
Now, this part right here, it flipped everything on its head. Because according to Ari, it's real funny for Bag to be out here telling people he left her over some baby trap scheme, when in reality, he was the one out here cheating. And that, according to her, is what really ended things. But wait, the wildest twist hasn't even hit yet. Ari came forward saying that before she even got pregnant, Bag was the one begging her to have his baby. Yes, begging. She said he was laying it on thick, talking about starting a family, building a life, and acting like he was all in. So now that he's flipping the script and accusing her of trapping him, she's calling major cap. And Ari didn't just drop claims, she brought straight up receipts. She said she has solid proof that Bag was unfaithful and that he even admitted on camera that she was the one who walked away because of his actions. She's not just talking. She's got video evidence that tells a whole different story than the one Bag's trying to sell. But here's where the game really gets twisted, because Bag went and did an entire interview trying to clean things up. He pulled out that emotional play, talking soft, acting torn up, giving that whole, I still love her energy. You know the one, regretful eyes, slow voice, all that. I wish I could take it back vibe. He even said Ari hates when I make her look goofy, and fans were like, really? Because if you knew she didn't want to be embarrassed in public, why turn around and do just that? The math ain't mathin'. The betrayal wasn't just the cheating, it was how messy and public it all got. Bag had the nerve to say Ari didn't take his farewell well, but according to her, she didn't even hear it from him. She found out from somebody else, and that was the final slap in the face. The disrespect had gone way past the point of no return. Now the mask is off, the truth is messy, and the tea is boiling hot. 1 minute Bag is pouring his heart out on camera saying Ari's the one. The next, he's dragging her name, accusing her of baby schemes, and airing out her bank business. It's giving whiplash, y'all, but let's be real. Somebody's not telling the full story. Because both of them are bringing receipts, and the timelines are clashing heavy. So now the real question is, was Ari really trying to secure the bag with a baby, or is Bag just bitter because she bounced and bossed up? Either way, the streets are tuned in, the shade is thick, and this breakup saga, it's just getting started. Make sure you drop your thoughts in the comments. Hit that like if the tea was piping, subscribe so you don't miss the next twist, and we'll catch you in the next one, my stars and hushes. 'Cause you already know this was just the warm-up.